floods, the curse Somalia's farmers pushed to the margins of existence have been forced to deal with. Twice a year, the Juba and Shebele, Somalia's two main rivers, burst their banks, affecting farming towns and villages in a swathe of territory stretching hundreds of kilometers. Scenes like these are not unusual in Somalia today. Crops destroyed by water. Bogged down by the recurrent flooding and myriad other problems, many are abandoning farming. And Somalia's agriculture, once one of the most vibrant in Africa, is in a state of collapse. MGOMA lives in Gambo, 350 kilometers south of Mogadishu. He has not tilled his land for the past 3 years.
We had to choose between farming and losing our homes. Every time the river flooded, we had our village destroyed, our livestock killed, and crops submerged. We chose not to farm and closed all the canals that watered our farms.
To feed his family of 10, he has been forced to burn charcoal, which he sells to traders who export the commodity to the Middle East. The collapse of Somalia's agriculture has affected this Somali Bantu community more than any other. It is totally dependent on farming. A minority, the Somali Bantus, have also borne the brunt of the conflict. They have been raped, robbed of their harvest, and at times even enslaved by armed people. AYOUB, ABDI, a blacksmith, makes farm implements for Somali Bantu farmers.
We are weak and can't battle the river floods alone. Farming is dead here. Our kids go hungry most of the time. Unless we get help, this community will perish.
Plantations like this one behind me have become rare in Somalia today. Many of those still involved in farming are doing it for their own subsistence. And thousands of Somalia's farmers have been driven from their homes by hunger. While some have crossed the borders to live as refugees in neighboring countries, many of Somalia's farmers live in camps like this one for the displaced. They depend on aid deliveries that are too few and far apart.
Life was unbearable in our villages. We had to flee. Most of the men here work as porters in town.
With no meaningful authority in Somalia and the country slipping further into anarchy by the day, there is no respite in sight yet for Somalia's farmers and its farmlands. Mohammed, Adow, Al Jazeera, Kamsuma, Somalia.